Hey y'all, today we're going to be doing a reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. And this is going to be like a 3-part spread or whatever for March 2022. The first spread is going to be for people who already have someone they've been dealing with in the past, or they've already had some type of interaction. The second spread is going to be for people that are inquiring about someone that could be upcoming in their energy for March or in the future. And then the last spread is just going to be general advice. So for Cancer, give me some energy between the person they've been dealing with or at least had some type of interaction. And the overall is going to be first, and I'm going to read the left side as you and the right side as them. 7 of Swords in the reverse is the overall energy between you and this person. So either one or both of you have the energy around of like wanting to come forward to make things right because of some past fuckery of some kind. Basically, that's what I take that as meaning. All right, you got the 6 of Cups in the reverse towards this person and the 4 of Pentacles. So you're holding on tightly to some type of grudge towards this person. And I'm not saying it's not a justified grudge, but I'm just saying they've done some shit and you're holding on to it very tightly. Okay, they got the 3 of Cups in the upright with the King of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like this person is very in like player type energy overall. King of Wands in the reverse, that's someone that you can't take very seriously. And with that 3 of Cups there beside that card, this can sometimes just mean hanging out with friends. But when it's beside the King of Wands in the reverse, that tells me this person could be playing the field with all different kinds of options and not taking any of them seriously, including you. So that may be why you have this 6 of Cups in the reverse energy beside the 4 of Pentacles. All right, then you got the Hermit with the 9 of Pentacles, and they got the 4 of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. So you are really trying to do work on yourself. You're kind of keeping to yourself and stacking your money. You could be working extra, whatever that energy is for you, but you're just trying to do you pretty much. That's the energy of doing you. You know what I mean? Staying to yourself a lot, not really going out and doing much, focused on your finances, not really focused on this person a whole lot because there's some kind of shit that happened that you're holding a grudge about. So I'm feeling this is probably more on their side, this 7 of Swords in the reverse, them wanting to make it right. But the only problem with that is they're still in this energy of the King of Wands in the reverse and the 3 of Cups. So they're still in that party energy. They're still in that taking everything by the seat of their pants energy and talking to multiple people. All right, they got the 4 of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like, yeah, they are going to try to get a new start with you of some kind because the Ace of Pentacles is there. But then they get easily bored when there's just one person in the connection, I feel like. With that 4 of Cups, they get a sense of dissatisfaction with it because they're a player. They're basically a player, I feel like. All right, you got the King of Pentacles in the reverse with the 4 of Wands. And they got the Queen of Swords with the Temperance in the reverse. So I feel like this is you coming towards this person when they try to interact with you. It's going to be Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles in the reverse. You don't want anything grounded and stable with this person any longer because why? You want a stable, something to celebrate, a stable life with that 4 of Wands being there. And I feel like you think that this person is not very stable and that you cannot create this with this person. So I feel like when this person comes towards you with this Ace of Pentacles, you are going to come towards them as a Queen of Swords. And that's going to get them off balance. They could be a Sagittarius, but also it's going to have them very impatient because they're not getting the result they want. They want you to just let them come and go as they please And since you're going to stand up with this boundary here, I feel like that's going to get them very off balance, and it's also going to get them, like I said, impatient, because they're kind of like very immature in their energy. It is a king, but it's the King of Wands in reverse. So this is like a toddler not getting what they want from the store and showing their ass pretty much, because they're going to try to make it right, but when they don't get the result they want from the apology, they're going to get very off balance and impatient. So basically throughout the month of March, I feel like you're just staying to yourself if this is you regarding somebody from your past, and they're still going to try to come back around with that Ace of Pentacles, but just remember they do have the energy of being a player. You probably already know that anyway. All right, so now we're going to get the people, the Cancer people who are inquiring about someone that they don't really have any much history with. If you do know this person, it's not on a romantic level just yet. Could just be talking, or you don't even know who this is at all. It's just what's coming up for you. This is new things that could be coming in for single people that don't really have a person specifically in mind. So this way you'll know what to look for whenever it shows up, and you'll remember the little cues that were in the cards if it resonates for your story. All right, the Death card is in the upright between you and this person. Off the top, I feel that is saying that both people have probably went through a major ending in their life of some sort, as well as a lot of transformation, because that's the main energy between you and them. So both people have went through some deep ass changes and a lot of endings, or at least one major ending in their life up to this point. So when you meet this person, they will probably have some things that match your story in some kind of way, because we always attract what we are anyway. You are still, it doesn't matter what card, which Cancer you are. There's the Hermit card again. So you have the Hermit card in the upright with the Eight of Wands, and this person has the Fool card with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So they really do want to come towards like new opportunities in general. The only thing about this person's energy is, and we're all the same way. We all have lessons to learn, but there's some type of unfinished business from their past that they are still working through. They haven't completely got through whatever that is, because the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. So they just have some unfinished, resolved, like karma kind of stuff going on. But it's not, that doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. It's just they haven't quite resolved it all. But none of us have really resolved it all anyway. With you having the Hermit card and the Eight of Wands in the reverse towards this person, when they come in, I feel like you're not going to be all gung-ho about back and forth communication. I don't feel like it's because you're blocking them. I just feel like you don't want to put yourself out there too much in the beginning, because you're trying to make sure that, you know, this is, you know, legit. So, like I said, they have the Fool card in the upright. They really are all about taking a leap of faith in a new direction. They want new things in their life. They have a desire for that. All right, you have the Queen of Swords in the reverse with the Hierophant in the reverse. They have the Justice card in the upright and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. They have a history of people lying to them in their past, and that could probably create trust issues in general with this person, not because you've lied, but because this Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. So that's something to keep in mind. If this person comes around, it's going to be someone that may have a few trust issues to start with of some sort, because they have a history of people lying to them and not being straightforward with that Ace of Swords in the reverse. They have a history of people, you know, twisting things around to pretty much manipulate them in some type of way. But this person is not about manipulation, because they have the Justice in the upright. They just have a little bit of insecurities around that. So they close off their side with the Page of Swords and Page of Cups both in the reverse. That is the energy of checking out your social media, watching whatever they can quietly. They're still trying to make sure you pass the test, quote unquote, because they have those issues with that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So it's not necessarily bad energy, because just remember, their intentions are the Justice in the upright. That's no shit starting, and they want to take a leap of faith. So those two together are very positive. They're just still working through some things in their past, as we all are pretty much. But One thing on your side, I'm noticing the Hierophant in the reverse, you're not looking for a commitment. Why? Because in your past, probably the person we read to start with, that type of person was around you. So you got a little bit of bitterness because you're holding on to it from the past. Since it's not quite resolved, it could show up in this connection, because whenever we have things that aren't resolved from people before, it will usually manifest in some other type of way in the next connection, even if we don't do it on a conscious level. So it's got you a little bit shy of commitment with that Hierophant in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse. I feel like basically overall that's there to show you that the main thing you need to worry about focusing on, working on completely, is releasing whatever that bitterness is that you have for the past person. Turn it around with a new perspective in your mind and give it a positive meaning, so that way it won't manifest between you and this person as some bullshit. All right, the Eight of Pentacles is in the reverse and the High Priestess is in the reverse. You're not going to put any excessive work into this connection, because you got both of the eights in the reverse, Eight of Wands and Eight of Pentacles, until you are sure. Like, you got to be sure of this person. If your intuition feels like it's a little bit off, you're not going to put anything forward. I feel like you from your perspective, this person has to prove themselves first, as do you to them. That's the way they feel too. They want to take that leap of faith, but both people have been through some intense endings. So therefore, both people are still holding on to a little bit of that in general. But it doesn't really look negative. It just looks like both people aren't really sure about it yet throughout the month of March. So now I'm just going to pull like 5 advice cards for Cancer in general. It could have been that the first reading resonated, the second one resonated, or you don't even have to be a Cancer. It's just general advice that wants to come out. And the first card out is going to be our most, like, the one you need to pay most attention to. 9 of Swords in the upright. And then the 4 next cards is going to be stuff that is supporting that energy. All right, I feel like this 9 of Swords in the upright is general worries and anxiety, and it's telling you ways to, the next 4 cards are telling you the ways and the methods that you can avoid that 9 of Swords energy in your life. With the 9 of Wands in the reverse, drop your guard. In general, try to drop your guard. If a person comes in and you're just talking back and forth, just try to drop your guard in general, because it's not going to hurt anything. You don't have to open up on a total emotional level with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Just mainly focus on whatever that bitterness is that you're holding on from the past person. Focus on seeing that from another perspective, because you have the Hangman here. And that way you can release whatever that bitter feeling is, so it doesn't show up in the next connection. That 9 of Swords won't be there if you have changed the meaning in your mind of whatever that bad thing was that that person with the 7 of Swords energy did to you. If any person has done a 7 of Swords thing to you and you're holding on to it, it's going to hurt you and not them. Just remember to look at it from another perspective and be thankful for whatever you've learned because of it. And then you can apply some kind of positive meaning to it, because we're our own creator of our shit. So we can apply positive meanings if we choose to. And if you do that, your new perspective will help you drop the 9 of Wands, drop your guard. It will help you get over the anxiety in a new connection. And with the 10 of Pentacles finally closing it out, don't settle for less than what you know you deserve, and focus on your money and finances right now if you don't feel like you're ready for a connection in general, because you can worry about manifesting the finances and becoming stable and more confident within yourself based on that. All right, Cancer, that's been your reading, and thank you so much for watching.